Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Elder Chronicle, Echoes of Blood. This is episode 2, When the Blood Wakes. So let's meet our waking monsters, starting with Avery.
Hi, everybody. Hello. I'm Avery at Avery DuBois on all the social media platforms. And this time zone, I will be playing the Elder Salubri Adonais.
Thank you. Az?
Well, hi there. I'm Az, or as I was on the social media, because I think I'm funny. And today I will be playing the Elder Samisi. Yo, don't look at me.
I don't have my face on. Luna?
Hi, I'm Luna, or Druid by Night. You can find me at Druid by Night on the social medias. And this time zone, I will be playing the Elder Bono Hakim, Elvira Perez Delata.
Rachel?
Hello, everybody. I'm the Azure Butterfly, Azure for short, or simply Rachel. And this time zone, I am going to be playing the Elder Nosferatu, Melita Wallenberg.
Thank you. And last but not least, Ramos.
Hello, everybody. Why'd you say it like that?
because I had to.
Hello, everybody. My name is Gilbert Ramos, aka Ramos Nomad, everyone on social media, and the CEO and founder of Rolling Nomads. And tonight I have the pleasure of playing Karak.
Yes, the Elder Gangrel.
The Elder Gangrel.
That's why
I was
said
thrown
it.
off by being laughed at.
That's why I said it that way.
Got it. Dragon.
As always, this is a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition actual play. We've gone over our safety and consent, but please check in with yourselves as your well-being is important to all of us who are playing. All the content warnings for this game will be down in the description below. So if you all are ready, lass uns anfangen, I get to say that again, and let's return to Nürnberg in the year 2025, 700 years after you fell into torpor. But of course, you all don't know you experienced torpor. As far as you are aware, torpor is entered into voluntarily as long as you are uninjured, when the ennui of the centuries weighs too heavily on your soul and you sleep the decades by until your beast and your hunger rouse you again to the night. There should be some degree of consciousness, although limited, time for contemplation, and maybe even fitful dreams are to be expected. All of you, of course, experienced none of this. You weren't just in some prolonged day sleep, you were dead to the very world around you. As far as you are aware, the world stopped existing. You stopped existing. Time ended and yet stretched on for an eternity with no way to know if 1 minute had passed or 1 million minutes. All of a sudden, and yet not suddenly at all, the 5 of you become aware again. Aware that you are somewhere dark and confined. Aware of voices and shuffling feet. Aware of the hunger raging in your body. Everyone at Hunger 5, please. The voices around you are unfamiliar. They're speaking in tongues that you couldn't possibly begin to comprehend. You can hear them nearby, and yet you can't reach out and touch them, although you can move. There's maybe 4, 5, 6 voices. And one of these voices, intermittently as they're speaking a language that you do not comprehend, you hear her say words like Malaka, as she's doing something that sounds like it's causing some sort of issue or something. She's trying to open something. You hear noises, shuffling noises. You can't know because wherever you are is completely dark. Does anyone have Sense the Beast? Excuse me, not Sense the Beast. Someone help me.
It's called Eyes of the Beast, and I got it, baby!
Okay. So, does anyone else have Eyes of the Beast?
I have heightened senses, but I'm not sure that covers dark.
It does. I mean, it's like someone put a gossamer veil over you, so you can sort of see that you're somewhere in a box, somewhere confined. Vio, you open your eyes, and you can see perfectly where you are. You are in what could only be described to you as a stone sarcophagus. And for your edification, Malaka means like shit or damn.
Yep. That's not concerning. Vio is just hunger. And the stone is between them and blood. And so Vio is just gonna start pushing at the stone.
You may make me a strength and athletics roll.
Oh no!
Adonais, with your heightened senses on, but of course it helps you see more deeply, but it's still extremely dark in here. There's no light. You have heightened senses, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
You become extremely aware of your body. You're realizing as you're laying in here, you feel your chest rising and falling. You feel this very specific thumping from inside of you. It's very upsetting. And with your heightened senses, you can hear that whatever is happening outside of this sarcophagus that you're in, they are touching the exterior of it in some way. And as heightened senses opens up all of your senses, you smell blood. What would you like to do?
I think for a moment that Adonais contemplates with this certain pounding in his chest and feeling of his chest rising and falling. If it weren't for this ever-gnawing hunger, maybe God had delivered him. And just like the Christ, he would roll away the stone and walk away alive. But God has no need to forgive his angels. And Adonais will push forward, feeling for his axe. And if it is not in this sarcophagus with him, then he will just attempt to open the lid.
The axe is in the sarcophagus, so your attempt is to open the lid with your axe. Is that correct?
Yeah, use it as a lever.
Okay, then you can make me either strength and melee or dex and melee with it, whichever is higher for you. Vio, with a bestial failure, unfortunately, there is nothing that you can do to get this sarcophagus open. You suddenly become extremely aware that your body is weak. Weak in a way that you haven't felt since you were a fledgling. You're not even sure if you felt this weak when you were a fledgling. And with your bestial failure, you're going to fall under your clan compulsion. Would you read that for us, since that's new for you?
Absolutely. So, I am covetous, which is not unfamiliar to Vio.
Mm-hmm.
And until possessing what I desire, I suffer a 2 dice penalty to any action not to ownership. Unless I'm getting what I want, I'm bad at it.
Right. So, that is what happens to you. Adonais, your roll, please.
4 successes with a bestial hanging.
With 4 successes and a bestial hanging, the requirement I needed was 5 to get you out of this sarcophagus. So you're going to fall under your clan compulsion as well. And would you read that to us?
Sure. The clan compulsion of the clan Salubri is affective empathy. Until resolved or the end of the scene, you suffer a 2 dice penalty for any actions not to reduce the suffering of others.
Elvira. Of course, you're aware, but you don't know what's going on. You feel around, and you can feel that you are in a sarcophagus of some kind. It's made of stone. Melita and Karak feel the same thing. Of course, you can't see. I will allow all 3 of you to make me strength and athletic rolls, and if all of you fail, something will happen. And of course, Vio and Adonais, I will allow you to start yelling if that's what you'd like to do.
Oh, Vio is screeching, and then it gets worse. Because the voice that comes out of Vio is with the original vocal cords that Vio had. It is high and sweet, and it burns them to their very soul.
Mm-hmm. Melita, no.
2 successes.
Karak, no.
3 successes with
No.
a bestial hanging.
Elvira, you fall under your clan compulsion. Would you like to read that for us?
I would. It is called Judgment.
Mhm.
Until the end of seeing or tasting the blood of somebody acting against your convictions, you suffer a 3 dice penalty.
Well, that might be solved sooner rather than later. Melita, you are the first to see something. You hear the sound of this stone sarcophagus that you're in being pushed away. And as it's being pushed away, you suddenly can smell blood that's clearly on the exterior of your sarcophagus. And you come face to face with a man. He has short hair and he looks extremely young, and he's wearing clothes that you don't recognize, and he's looking down at you, and he has fangs. And he's smiling at you, and he says something in a language that you don't understand. What is your action?
We're lunging.
Yes. Do you pull him in or do you get out?
Actually, yeah, I would like to attempt to just like grab him by the collar to pull him in. I would like to try to feed on him.
You don't have to make me any roll because you're at 5 hunger, and I assume you're letting your beast ride as opposed to making me a hunger frenzy check.
Correct.
All right. So you pull him in and you begin feeding. Karak, you are the next. The exact same thing. There's a push, a sound of stone scraping against stone, and someone is looking down at you. It's another man. He has fangs, and he's smiling down at you, and he speaks in a language you don't understand. He doesn't realize you're awake.
I will leap out, and rather than pull him in like a trapdoor spider, I will just rocket out and pin him down.
Can I take it as read that you're riding your beast?
Absolutely.
All right. Melita, 0 hunger. Karak, 0 hunger. Vio, you're screaming, and the person who is outside of your sarcophagus is witnessing other things happening. They're not going to open your sarcophagus.
Just starting to rip and tear.
I'll allow another roll.
I have 1 die to roll because I can't rouse the blood because there's none left in my
There's
body.
none left
correct?
to rouse.
Yeah, I'll make a sad attempt.
Sure. Make me a sad attempt.
We'll make a sad attempt. That's another 1. That's where we're at. Okay, all right.
For that, as you bang against your sarcophagus, please take 1 point of superficial damage as you're harming yourself. Adanaev. You hear the sarcophagus move. You smell the blood. Person looking down at you, again, is another man. He smiles at you. He has massive fangs. His skin is dead and falling off of him. And he lunges for you. What do you do?
I will try and reach out and grab him by his throat, and I will pray for forgiveness later.
So can I take it as read that you are going to feed off of him, ride your beast, and not make me a hunger frenzy check?
I would like to make a hunger frenzy check if I could. I'm
That is
trying
your-
to keep it.
All right. Any action that's not going to be feeding, that is your unspent willpower plus 3 dice for your humanity.
And this is no hunger dice, correct?
There is no hunger dice in a frenzy check.
8 successes.
With 8 successes, you do not have to feed off of him.
I will, but I don't want to kill him.
All right. You may feed off of him, and with 8 successes, I'll allow you to remove yourself to 1 hunger and leave him alive. But there will be a consequence for that action. Elvira, your sarcophagus is pushed away and moved. Person looking down at you is a woman. She grabs immediately for your hand. She pulls it up to her mouth, and she's going to bite in. What do you do?
Can I essentially like swat her hand away or use the momentum, like push her cheek, like push her face to the side and then kind of bolt up and feed?
Is your desire to feed?
Yes.
Okay, then yes. Yes, you can. You'll startle her. She's not expecting you to be awake. You may remove yourself down to 0 hunger.
Perfect.
We'll get to Vio in a second, I promise. Vio was just in there screaming. Adanaev, you satiate yourself 4 hunger. You're down to 1 hunger. But of course, this creature is now going to be in their own hunger frenzy. So, as you finish drinking, and you lick the wound closed, he bites into you. You have a chance to stop him, however. Because, for everyone's edification, I know the people who are in my Are We Dead Yet game know this, and people who have watched that. In Huddy's world, Thin Bloods are auto-win Diabs.
I think in an attempt to, as he shows that he is going to bite, I think Adonaith is going to take the axe in his other hand and just shove the blade in his jaw.
Okay. Please make me a strength and melee roll against his very poor, and I need to replace that with 4 hunger dice. Bite attack.
Might I now rouse the blood?
You might. You get 4 extra dice for this.
That is a success, so I won't get any hunger.
Or 3. I think you have 3 blood.
I think it's 3.
3 extra dice. Excuse me. I know Karak is only 2.
Alright, so I've got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 successes, 2 criticals.
With 11 successes and 2 criticals, you take your axe, you shove the blade into his jaw, almost scissor his head in half, and oddly, Adonaith, although you saw fangs in his mouth, begins bleeding profusely. Vampires don't bleed. And he dies. Not torpor. He dies pretty rapidly. As everyone finishes feeding, those of you who fed fully are down to 0. Adonaith just 1. Vio is still screaming inside of their sarcophagus. This other person who was who didn't open the sarcophagus has taken off, has run, as you were all busy. So the 4 of you are in this room that is very obviously a crypt, and Vio is still stuck in their sarcophagus, screaming and harming themselves trying to get out.
I would like to act under my clan compulsion and trying to alleviate that suffering, if I might. I'll drag the body of this thin blood that I've sheared his head off, and I will try and open the way for Vio.
The way is open as blood was smeared on the outside of the sarcophagus, and we'll get to that. So you can very easily open it for them.
Yeah, so I'll open it and just toss the body in.
The sarcophagus swings open. The stone shatters as Adonaith throws it open. And the body that is thrown in is a dead body. But I did give you a merit that I didn't know would come in handy or not.
I'm consuming it.
Unfortunately, you may remove yourself to 4 hunger, as Adonaith drank most of him.
Yeah, the minute that the body comes into view, Vio's fangs descend and just rip in.
There's hardly enough. You are still massively starving.
Is it enough to get under control?
Apparently. Doesn't mean you won't require a willpower roll in the future.
As soon as the husk of this thing is a husk, Vio's going to climb out and search for the next body.
They are all drained.
Then it's moving out of wherever this place is, because all that Vio can think about is feeding.
Well, we'll get to that, because right now you don't know what's happened where you are.
Yeah.
I need a wits and investigation from everyone except for Elvira, because Elvira, inside of your hand, or rather inside of your sleeve, you feel a piece of paper.
I will pull out of my sleeve and look at it.
You pull the scroll out of your sleeve, and you open it up, and what you read is the following. My dark Madonna. All the Canaanites of Nuremberg fell at once, as if a great calamity befell them. I searched for you first, then for your companions. I have sealed you in a crypt with what magic I still have at my disposal. Should you wake and I am not here, believe that I am gone and carry on with your great mission. For us both. Sebastian.
She will read it and kind of read the line again that all the Canaanites of Nuremberg fell at once, and tuck that away for later, and say a small prayer for him before folding the scroll up and tucking it away.
All right. Everyone's wits and investigation, please. 3, 4, 3, 2. Vio, you're starving and you're looking for blood. Makes sense that you would roll the highest amount of successes. You notice that outside of all of these sarcophagi, including yours, there's blood smeared on the latch. All of them. And you begin suckling on every single one. If you suckle on all 5, I will allow you to remove 1 more hunger.
Yes. And then, could I also, with my... Oh my god, I'm still dyslexic. Consanguineous census? Are any of them mine? Because I'm going to hunt them for sport if so.
No.
Perfect. Alright. We're going to just embarrass ourselves a little bit, but 4 hunger down to 3.
Alright, so as Vio's embarrassing themselves a little bit, you all notice what they're doing. They're suckling on the blood. Who rolled 3 for that wits investigation? Adanaeth and Melita. Both of you have some occult knowledge, is that correct? You think that these creatures, they couldn't possibly be vampires, not how quickly they died. They used some sort of ritual in order to unseal your sarcophagi. Someone has sealed them, you don't know who, but they undid it.
We were released from something.
I am less concerned with their release and with our imprisonment.
As he says that, Elvira will pipe up, looking down at the desiccated bodies, saying, "Sebastian hid us away after we fell into a slumber. I suppose these things found us."
We were talking to the girls. I'm so hungry.
Where are we now?
There's only one way to find out, Deir Karak.
And I will make my way to the door or whatever exit exists.
Wait. They were speaking in a language that, I don't know about any of you, I didn't understand it. We should remedy that.
One of them was speaking Greek. I heard her.
I heard it too.
Let's hope we didn't kill it.
Regardless of if anyone else is going to start moving to the door, let me double check. Oh yeah. Elvira is going to look down at the closest body at her feet and take out a dagger and pluck out their eyes and cut out their tongue.
I would like to use my heightened senses to find these fleeing people, if I can.
Well, the one person you saw fleeing was a woman with, you would probably of your time call her Moorish. She's darker skin, darker complexion, darker hair. You saw her fleeing up out of this sort of sanctum here and somewhere where you cannot follow. But if you'd like to follow your heightened senses in the sense of listening for other things going on in here, we can do that.
That's the plan.
All right. Give me 1 second. Luna, your roll.
Yes. 7 with a crit.
More than the successes that you needed. So all of you watch Elvira bend down, pluck the eyes and tongue out of one of these corpses on the ground, consume them, sort of focus, close her eyes, focus on her blood. And Elvira, it's strange, you don't normally have to put this much effort into your sorcery, but you're feeling like you're diminished. It's the only thing that you can think of. But it is successful, and when you speak in modern day German.
Did you just start speaking German, like, out loud?
As she stands back up in German, she will say, I have learned their language, I will translate for you. And then says that in Greek.
Interesting.
And let's not wait.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What do we all look like? Because she talked about Sebastian putting us in these sarcophaguses. Vio's just trying to get a handle on maybe how long it's been.
Well, well, to answer that question, they all look exactly the way you remember them looking.
Okay.
But to answer the question I think that you're asking, all of you see Vio as someone completely different than you remember them being. You just, if you had to, just by deduction, you would guess that that's Vio.
Oh, you look different.
Vio just... And the more they touch their face, the more horrified they look. And then grabs the shawl and kind of covers up their face. I'm going to kill them all. I'm going to find them. They don't get to do this to me. Not
Let's
to me.
figure out who them are first.
Oh, yeah, Vio's... We're...
Save your bloodlust for the witches.
That was the last people we were trying to find.
We'll find them again. I don't care how much the world thinks it's changed.
So as all of you exit out of the sanctum, following Adonaith, I assume, because they are relying on their heightened senses. Adonaith, as you are underground, first of all. Second of all, you are starting to traverse up steps. You're hearing someone attempting to muffle their own breathing. It's very clear that someone is hyperventilating and trying to hide their own breathing. I need a wits and insight from everyone else, though, about Adonaith specifically. Adonaith, you cannot roll me manipulation subterfuge because I gave you a flaw that doesn't let you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't hide, and in addition to that, it's hard for you not to be truthful.
You said wits and hints.
I remember.
Wits and insight.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Messy crit for 5. I'm doing so good, guys. I'm just released.
Hold on to that. Hold on to that.
Crit for 4.
7 on a crit.
Straight to jail.
Fucking 2.
Okay, so Karak is just like, the fuck are we? Karak doesn't really fucking care about what Adonaith is saying or doing. Melita and Elvira and Vio, all of you can hear and tell that Adonaith is breathing slightly, is taking small inhales of breath, which is strange, because why would he? And also you hear a very slight thumping in these very, very quiet halls that you're in underground. Vio, you hear it too, of course, and you're just starving, and the instinct kicks in, and you're going to jump and you're going to bite into Adonaith. And here is the issue with that. Adonaith's blood is especially delicious. Adonaith, would you like to take a quick read there? I believe it's in your clan Bane.
Yes, haunted. Your blood may cause hunger frenzy. At taste is difficulty 2 plus my Bane severity.
Which is 3.
And
So 5.
yeah, and I have and then the other part is that I've got a third eye that bleeds when I do shit.
When you have to rouse your blood. So Vio bites into you, Adonaith. Of course, the kiss of the ecstasy of it takes you almost immediately. Vio, I need your unspent willpower plus 2 dice for your humanity. I need at least 5 successes. You don't
Plus
get
another 2 dice because of my cold dead hunger. It gives me 2 dice to resist hunger frenzy.
There you
I also don't know if this really matters or not, but I do have invigorating vitae as well, and I know that Vio took some damage.
It's for people.
It's for people. Vio's not a people. And then
Invigorating
a third
vitae
of
is
my
for like
humanity
ghouls
is
and humans.
2.
Sounds like a skill issue.
This is so many dice. I'm so
Did you
glad they're
dunk on
so in
yourself?
control.
Just 5 successes is all I need.
1, 2,
Because its pain
3,
severity
4,
is too
5,
high.
7.
7. So you
Yeah.
bite into Adonaiah. His blood is, of course, delicious. It's maybe the most delicious vitae you've ever tasted, even before all of this happened. You've never had salubri before. It's never been on the menu. But you are able to resist. You suddenly come back to your senses as you realize what you've done. How much are you going to drink, though? You've got a lot of successes. I'll let you pick how much you want.
I will take the remaining 2 because I can't go down to 0 anymore.
Well, you could if you drank
Unless
all
I
of it.
eat my coterie mate entirely. So I'm gonna go down to 1.
Okay, two rouse checks, Adonaiah.
And then I have a fun flaw, so yay.
2 successes.
All right, so you don't gain any hunger from that.
I think Adoneth, as soon as Vio starts to pull away, will just put a hand on Vio's shoulder. And then look into their eyes. Are you well now, Vio?
Vio wants to apologize, but that's a weird feeling for Vio. So Vio just, I am in control.
Are you? I could help you be in control if you like.
Just gonna remove his hand from their shoulder.
If you lose control again, I will sedate you.
I said I'm in control.
Yeah, you look it.
So do you.
We done fucking around here?
I don't think this is helpful to our situation right now. We need to discover more information.
In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed, and deliver me in thy righteousness.
March on, Saint.
I would like to obfuscate.
Unseen passage.
Yeah.
Rouse check. Continue heading up the stairs until you come across what you've been hearing, Adonaiah. They have squeezed themselves into an alcove. It's very obvious that you can continue heading up these spiral stairs until you get to the surface. But whoever is still here is in this small alcove. Only you can hear them.
I think as Adonieth steps into the stairwell, you just call out, "Be not afraid," in Greek, and he will hold a hand out.
The person responds in Greek. I don't want to die.
There is always fear when confronted with an angel of the Lord. But your soul is safe today.
Right, I'll make this easier for you. Get the fuck out here or we hunt you for sport.
That does convince them to get out. They crawl out on their hands and knees. And they say, in Greek and then in German as well, "Please don't kill me, I have a child." The person who crawls out is someone, I'm going to describe it in a modern way, but you wouldn't recognize their clothing. They're wearing trousers that are made of what looks like very thick, sturdy material. It's blue. They're wearing a very revealing top that seems to be cut off right at the navel line. And it has a print of maybe some of those animals you saw when the palace in Byzantium in Constantinople was very massive. Stripes of maybe cheetah or some animal from the African continent. Her hair is varying colors of red and yellow, and it's up in a very high ponytail. She's wearing a lot of makeup as well. And she stands up and she says, I just brought them there. And she's speaking in German again. I just brought them there. I didn't touch anything or do anything. They made me bring them there.
Who are they?
They're anarchs.
Theo is gonna turn to Elvira and, is she one of the girls from the house?
You ask her, Elvira, in Greek.
Yeah.
This woman understands. I'm not from a house. What? Why?
She's asking if you're a whore.
Not currently. Why does your Greek sound... How old are you?
Old enough for you to know that you and your compatriots should not come looking for us.
I didn't want to. They're not my friends. They're not my compatriots. I had to.
In Greek, of course, Melita's going to say, your outfit is very strange. You
So-
look very strange.
So do you?
Yes.
She sort of looks around as if she's trying to look for an escape, but of course there is none. And that's when you notice on the side of her neck is a massive burned-in brand of some kind. Maybe it's a tattoo, you're not sure. But it's definitely been burned into her neck.
As she's like about to turn her head the other way or back towards us, Elvira will just kind of grab at her chin and look at it, study it.
As you get this close to her, you can tell that she breathes. You can see that there are actual tears in her eyes. But there are fangs in her mouth.
Yeah, she'll like lift her lip up.
Mm-hmm.
She's being very invasive.
Mhm.
And she'll let go and back up a pace and say, what is the year?
The year?
Yes.
2025?
What?
Say that one more time. You must be lying. She must be lying.
She reaches into the pocket of one of these pants. She pulls out a device that you've never seen before. It's like a small, square, shiny box. And she touches it and it illuminates. And it shows...
Yeah, she's a sorcerer.
It's a phone. And she holds it up like this. Show you the date.
I do not know
What
what
is
that
that?
means.
I peered down at it. And I take in the information and nod. I say, what is your name?
Lily.
Who did that to you? And Vio's getting a closer look at the brand because the only brands Vio knows of are for slaves.
The Camarilla.
Oh, what is
What
a
does that
Camarilla?
mean?
Oh, God.
Karaka's gonna take a step forward and just sniff the air and see if he can smell what she is.
You can sense the beast?
Let me make sure I'm reading this properly. Want. Yes.
Yes, that's something in animalism. Resolve in animalism?
Resolve in animalism, yes.
Melita, you have that as well.
Mhm.
May I roll that. Adonaith, of course, you can hear Lily breathing. You can hear that her heartbeat is extremely rapid. You can see tears in her eyes. She's extremely scared. All the signs that point to just a flush to her cheeks. But of course, there's a flush to yours. Not that you know that yet. Not that you can see yourself yet. She
I would
looks
like
very
to
human.
move forward and kneel down and take her hands in my hands.
She grows extremely rigid when you do so because she doesn't understand what's going on.
He will say to her in Greek, my hands will deliver you home to your son. And I would like to enact Panacea.
All right. That is... Oh, help me. That's 40...
Arouse check and composure and
Auspex. Thank you.
Yes.
Adelaide used that a lot and I've forgotten.
Yeah, Adelaide's favorite thing.
So 4 from Karak. How many successes for you?
6 successes.
Okay. So both of you can determine that she is indeed a vampire. She's extremely... And, like, mood of her... Her beast is, not there. You can tell that she's a vampire, but you don't sense any beast in her. And you can tell that she is scared.
What are you?
one of us, but not, it seems.
It breathes.
It bleeds.
Is there a heartbeat there too? He's gonna move up to place a hand on a woman's chest.
I'm a thin blood.
What is that?
It's what they call us.
Thin blood.
Yes.
What did you say, child? The Camarilla? What bloodline is that?
It's a faction. Adonaith with 8 successes. She hasn't lost any willpower, but she does feel calm. And you watch sort of a glowing light appear from Adonaith's third eye, and some blood drips down. Everybody make me a rouse check, please. Including her.
I'm at 2 hunger.
It's so yummy, guys. Take a taste. She also gets
He
hungry.
smells so good. He smells so good. Fuck, he smells so good. I'm at 1 hunger.
I'm at 1 hunger as well.
We have to keep him.
Elvira?
I'm gonna eat him one day.
Barbecue.
Villar's fine. Yeah, she also gets hungry, and you can see when you do that, although you make her feel better and everything, you do see her sort of heave a little bit and rub her tongue across her fangs. Please, if you're not going to kill me, I'm sorry that I disturbed your slumber. It wasn't my fault. I didn't want to. I can explain more. I can help
Shut
you.
up.
Let her speak.
I need to check in on my son. And then I'll tell you anything that you want to know. I'll help you with anything you want. If you promise not to kill me. Or decide later to kill me.
She is bound to our destiny.
Is she?
Regardless of destiny, she is our only, she'll kind of look at Lily, ally in this strange world right now. So, Lily, could you grant us safe harbor?
Yes, kind of. I'll take you to my home, where you can spend the day there, and I just need to remove my son. I have a friend he can stay with.
She'll nod. That seems amenable to me. She'll look at the rest.
We're really going to trust this woman after she led people that wanted to consume us. We're trusting her with our lives.
Not trust. Necessity.
I was
This way
given a
with the
prophecy
guarantee.
by a Wolva a long time ago. They told me to look for the lily when the times had changed.
Pretty words aren't going to keep you safe when you sleep.
I don't need pretty words to keep me safe. I am Adonaith, the hand of God.
Are you? Then walk simply in the sun and see if God protects you.
I will.
Mad. This is mad.
Please,
I'm-
child, take us to your home.
We need to get you better clothes. I can't take you on the tram looking like that. One of you isn't half naked. I mean, I know it's Germany, but there are still laws here about
If anyone
decency.
has a problem with my form, they can challenge me.
I can help.
It is best that we blend in.
That's going to be a little difficult for me. Though I can make myself invisible.
We still have a witch to hunt,
Yes.
and we'll find her in the place with the glowing door.
I might be able to help you with that.
I know.
You will need to hurry before I get any hungrier.
Follow me. Please don't stab me in the back or bite me from behind, okay?
Don't make
I
a move
guess-
to run.
I don't think I could outrun you.
Oh, look, the flower is smart.
She moves up the stairs. She's wearing strange footwear, now that you can see it. It's like thick leather that's colored white and black. She hurries up the stairs. You all follow behind her, and what you see when you emerge is unlike the Nuremberg that you knew when you fell into torpor. It's massive. The buildings around you soar upwards into the sky. Now, you're in a graveyard at the moment, but the amount of people in this graveyard is, well, if you had to take a guess, it's maybe the amount of people that you knew or saw in Constantinople. It's a huge, massive amount of dead people. You hear the sounds that you've never heard before. You hear sounds of cars, and trains, airplanes in the sky. The modern world is incredibly noisy. And Adnaeth, you need to shut off your heightened senses because the sound of the rumbling train nearby almost makes your teeth shatter. I know a clothing store. We'll have to break in, but I don't have enough clothes for all of your varying body types. I'm sorry.
Why is it so loud?
What do you mean?
What are these buildings? Why are there so many torches?
Was there another plague we didn't know about?
No. Plague. There hasn't been a plague since, like, 15th century or something. Germ theory, you know? Or maybe you don't.
No.
There's maybe a lot
What
we could talk about. Sorry.
What are these sounds?
Sorry. I'm used to it. Cars, trains, trams, buses, bikes.
What are these things?
Explain.
They're modes of transportation. They
It's
run
so-
on, made of metal, and they run on gas and electricity.
Like a carriage of a sort.
A metal carriage, sure.
Why is it so bright?
Electricity? We don't use candles are just something to have if you want your room to smell nice.
What?
Humans were always afraid of the dark. Afraid of us would make the dark dangerous for them.
Please, we shouldn't be out here in the open like this. It's not safe. Nuremberg is, well, maybe it's safe fine for you. I'm sure you can take them, but Nuremberg is Anarch territory, and she sort of holds her, and I shouldn't be here, but I am, so.
Our times are in thy hand, child.
Do you want me to fix it?
And she puts her, you can't. The witches, Tremere put this on me, and.
Tremere?
They yet
The
lived.
witch.
Oh god, not here, in Berlin.
Berlin. How far did they take us?
I don't know. Berlin is like 3 hours that way. By train. It goes like 230
Wait,
kilometers an
wait.
hour.
I remember a little. It was 4 huts, but they called it that. They called it Berlin. I remember.
It's the capital of the country.
What country?
The Holy Roman Empire.
Nope. Just Germany.
What is Germany?
Germ.
It is
Germ theory. She said it.
No. Oh,
Oh, is this the custom here?
I'm not prepared for this. The country you're in is called Germany. Technically it was unified and founded in the late 1800s. Man, I wish I had paid more attention in school. And it's free now, since all the other stuff happened. and it's one unified country again. And
So
the capital is
Rome-
Berlin.
The Roman Empire fell in 1800.
No, a long time before that. It sort of fell into little city-states. It's
No
really,
country
it's
is
really,
free.
oh god. We need to get off the street, because I understand that you can protect yourselves, but I'm just one me, and if I get injured, I have to heal like a human.
So long as you serve us, we'll protect you, we'll keep you safe. So be a loyal servant, and no harm will come to you.
That is a custom from our time.
Okay. Okay.
Like, trying to be, like, comforting in Vio's way of, like, you're ours now, it's fine.
I think Adonais will kind of step up beside Lily and kind of spur her into walking so that he can walk beside her. And to just kind of take her mind away from all of this. Just... You have a nice smile. Does your son share your smile?
I think my son smiles like his father.
What's he like?
My son?
His father.
He's dead.
I claimed many sons when I was amongst the living.
Clark will scoff.
Children whose fathers had died, or I admit I think one of them was one of my brother's bastards.
Nathaniel's mine. I didn't claim him from anyone. I had him after this happened, but he's mine.
You can bear children.
Yep.
After
Through God,
your
all things
embrace.
are possible.
Excuse me?
After your embrace, you bore a son.
Yes.
That's something that could happen now to Canaanites.
Canaanites? I don't know that word. Not even in Greek.
It's
Oh, it
what
must
we
have
are.
changed with the language. That's what you are. You're a Canaanite. Not
Barely.
The thick bloods
Really?
call themselves, like you, call themselves
Thick
kindred.
bloods.
They call themselves kindred. They don't let us call ourselves that. At least not in Camarilla controlled places. We are not kindred. We are lesser. They call us runoffs or abortion sometimes.
like a caitiff.
No, yes, caitiff, but caitiff are still full vampires. So yes and no.
Not until we find them, but yes.
And you are not a full vampire. You are not
No,
kindred.
not according to them. The person who turned me was a very high generation 13th. And so I am 14th. And I am thin.
The blood has thinned that far.
I'm sorry.
There must be.
When did you all last remember the time? The year?
1325, I believe.
It's not that hard to believe in 700 years it would thin out that much, right?
There must be so many of these kindred.
Well, if it's Berlin that I'm going to be taking you to, if my dreams have any bearing on everything that's happening to me tonight, there's a lot more of us there. A lot.
The Tremere. How much of this spread?
Everywhere. There aren't any here in Nürnberg, thankfully. But it's his Anarch-controlled territory, and maybe there's a few, but I've never met them. In Berlin, there's one big one. Everyone's afraid of her. She's not the one who did
What's
this
her
to me,
name?
but all the Thin Bloods are with her, mostly.
What is her name?
They call her the Witch of Kudam. I don't know if she has another name.
And what of the gargoyles that they were creating?
I mean, there's gargoyles on the churches. I don't know what you mean.
She doesn't know.
This term you keep using, anarch, is it similar to Camarilla?
No. Kind of. They hate each other.
Is it another faction, child?
Yes. Berlin has more factions here than here. Here's Anarch controlled. There's no Camarilla here. I thought I'd be safe, but I was wrong. In Berlin, there's the Anarchs, the Camarilla, the Sabbat, and the Hekata.
So much has changed in 700 years.
Well, speaking of change, and she stops at a shop that's completely closed, and it's just right here open. There's a glass everywhere and like a door that has steel on it. Inside of here, there are clothes. I picked this place because I know they don't have a silent alarm, because I know the owner, and he's going to be mad about it, but it's fine. So who's strong enough to open it, or I can try and pick the lock? Just like, don't make too much noise.
I will take care of it.
Okay. Make me. What do you plan to do?
She's just pointing at the lock, right? Just to break it down, break it open.
Yeah.
Krok's a blunt force. He's gonna fucking break this door down or shatter it or whatever it needs. He's gonna make noise.
Okay. Then it's just straight strength and brawl.
That's 6 successes.
Yeah. With 6 successes, you yank the chain off of the door, and you pull the rest of the steel down, you break the glass, you kick it in, and you open it up for everyone. Of course, no alarm goes off. No silent alarm, whatever that is. No noise. No one on the street is around. And Lily looks up and down, and she says, I'll leave Mr. Wolf a note, and she goes in.
I will simply follow and look for something that I can wear that blends in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a huge array here. It's extremely messy. There's just clothes thrown everywhere. It's materials like you've never seen before. There's also fake people in here that are displaying the clothes. So maybe you have an idea of what people wear. But all of these ones seem to be showing off the upcoming summer season. So they all seem to be short skirts and short tops, sort of like what Lily's wearing. And we are going to take our break right here, and our elder vampires are going to come back with their thrifted outfits for the modern knights. Welcome back. All of our elders have gone clothes shopping, stealing clothes out of the vintage shop, Threadbare. It's a chain store across Germany, at least in the Huddyverse it is. And Lily has waited patiently while you all get dressed. She hasn't tried to flee because she doesn't believe she'd be able to run from you or hide from you. And we're going to start with Vio. Vio, would you like to tell us what outfit you've chosen as you are the first to come out?
Vio grabbed several skirts and tops and just threw them all on.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a horrific sound the moment that Vio saw their reflection. And so just full on started covering up. And then grabbed one of the hats that obviously is for protection because there's a part to it that covers the back of your neck,
Mm-hmm.
and it's tactical. So grab that for protection, and is in this neon yellow skirt that goes down to knee length, and grabbed boots, not realizing that you could probably size your feet to them because Vio's just going to change their feet to fit the clothes.
Right, and you're going to change your face as well, so make me a rouse check, and I believe it's composure, no, resolve and protean. Resolve and protean? Resolve and protean, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
6 successes, yes, you can successfully manipulate your feet, manipulate your facial structure. You may also, with 6 successes, move around your attributes if you like.
Wonderful. I need some strength.
So, for example, if you wanted to move around some attributes, you could move some charisma into strength. You got 6 successes, so you can remove 3 dots of charisma and 2 strength. Temporarily. Karak, you're the next one to come out.
Yes, Karak has chosen a simple garment. I'll have to stand for this. So, he's chosen this because this creature looks incredibly fierce. Its eyes are huge for increased visual acuity. He'd recognize it as some sort of feline, a great hunter. He's known wildcats and bobcats to be incredibly fierce. That paired with this creature's visual acuity, this creature is already incredibly fierce in his eyes, but it also wears the visage of death. So this is clearly a fierce hunter and a creature to be feared, just like Karak. He has no fucking idea what this says, but you can only assume it must be a terrible warning or an omen of some sort to anyone who might come close to the wearer of this garment. It also has the added bonus of being ridiculously soft, and that's very new for him. It's like fine silks almost from back his time as a trader, when a vague memory of Saladino. Yeah, he's very confident in his choice.
As are we all. Melita, what have you chosen?
Melita spent like a good minute maybe looking around and then could not find anything that she actually liked. So she just grabbed stuff at random off and she just comes out wearing she's wearing mom jeans, maybe some sneakers that fit, and this shines bright.
Yeah. Perfect. Elvira.
Elvira looked at what was on the mannequin, or the fake human, and she thought that would be the most appropriate, as this is clearly like what people are supposed to look like. Why guess when it's right there? So she stripped it and is wearing this fishnet undershirt, threw a tank top over it because it's just something she found because it was too see-through, and that's not okay.
Well, be honest. Does it feel good not to have to wear heavy skirts?
Yes, she actually opted for very not loose-fitting, but kind of baggy cargo pants that are very comfortable and can help her move very easily. So yes.
And you do have your daggers still with you as well. So you can hide them in the large pockets of the cargo pants. And Adanaeth.
Adanaeth spent a long time looking at himself in the mirror. He took the braids out of his hair. Kept all the little silver bits that he kept in his hair to hold his braids together. And he found clothes that really sort of reminded him of the habits that the monks used to wear. A black and white button-up shirt that he leaves hanging open to show his Mjolnir and his shield. A cardigan over top, some nice slacks, and some ankle-length boots.
I have to make a point, Adanaeth, as you're dressing and looking at yourself in the mirror inside these changing rooms. You look more human than you've ever seen. You don't remember yourself ever looking this human. Maybe you did when you were. But there's a flush to your cheeks. You're looking at your chest as it rises and falls. You place your fingers to the pulse in your wrist, and you can feel it. It's very, very worrisome.
I think as that revelation is sort of revealed to him, I think he'll recite again, "And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things what were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead what were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works.
So all of you exit out of these changing rooms and back into the main area close to the door that Karak broke in. Lily, again, is waiting for you. She's sitting up on top of the counter, top of this glass counter here, next to a giant sort of squarish metal box that you're not entirely sure what it's for. And she says, "Oh, that took longer than I was hoping for. We should go. You guys look great. Really. This... Cover that. People don't have 3 of them. At least not today."
Would you say we blend in?
Yes.
That didn't sound very confident.
You look much more like people than you did before we got here. Is that better?
No.
Is it adequate enough for us to get to where we must go?
Oh yeah, especially if we're going to Berlin. So yes, I have to check on my son. You don't have to come up with me. I would prefer if you didn't. I'm sorry. I don't want anything to happen to him.
We're going to.
I'd like to go find somebody to eat, actually. I'm still a little hungry.
I will protect your son.
Your child has nothing to fear from me.
Okay. Sure. Yes, food. We should. Oh, what is your preferred flavor? I hear the full-blooded ones have a type that they go for.
What do you mean? It's all blood.
Okay. Sorry, maybe I heard wrong.
Which way are we going?
This way. And she starts walking out the door. She keeps pulling out this device out of her pants pocket and tapping on it. Like this. It illuminates in front of her as she does so. And she's able to walk and not necessarily look down at it and move her fingers across it. Like almost like a second hand. Or a third hand, rather.
What is that?
It's a phone. I said that already, I think.
Yes, but what does it do?
Make phone calls. Go on the internet. Take pictures.
What's a phone call? Internet? What are these words?
I don't know how important it is for you to know, and I don't know if I could explain it right. The entire world is interconnected now through electricity, kind of. I can talk to someone across the world right now with my voice or with a message.
Like telepathy.
It'll get to them instantly. No, they gotta have one of these.
I see.
So you've put out of work all the messengers?
The messengers?
Aye. Servants what were carrying letters to and fro. No. People still get mail. Like when you have bills you have to pay.
Your tithes.
Yes, we have to pay tithes to the city and to the country.
So some things
Kept that
don't
practice
change.
and gotten rid of the good things then.
I don't know. We haven't had a plague. Not like you used to have them.
All folk are lords and ladies of their own if you're all expected to pay.
I'm not a lady of anything, and most people aren't. That's just for a few certain people who are very, very wealthy.
Then what farm do you work for your liege lord?
Well, my landlord is not... I mean, he's not a lord, but he is my landlord. And I have to give him money every month.
You don't just tend his field.
Nope. In order to let me live in the building that he owns on paper, I have to give him money.
Why haven't you killed him yet?
Because of the Masquerade. And also I don't want to kill him.
Like a party.
The Masquerade is the rules. Everybody follows the rules. You can't let anyone know what you are. Because of the Second Inquisition.
Second Inquisition.
That's what they call it. Basically, the government and the Catholic Church have a lot of weapons, like bombs that can destroy entire cities. So they drop them from machines that fly in the air, and they drop them down, and then entire cities are gone off of the map. So you have to not let people know what you are, just in case that happens. It happened in Berlin in 2018. I was there for that.
How did we allow this?
Excuse me? What?
Then there's a war.
No, not an open war. There's a war between the Camarilla and the Anarchs. And then there's a war between the Anarchs and the Camarilla and the Sabbat.
What does that mean? You said these are factions. Factions of what? These are humans, mortals, hunters.
The Anarchs, the Camarilla, and the Sabbat are all vampires.
Knights or Kindred. Fighting
Kindred.
other Kindred still.
They have different
Until they
ideologies of how life on life should be led. And the Second Inquisition are the humans. Humans have weapons now that can hurt people like us pretty severely.
So
And you still fight amongst yourselves.
I don't.
this masquerade was a set of rules agreed upon by all kindred, and yet there's still fighting over ideology when there is a common enemy.
Yes. But the problem with trying to unite against the common enemy being the human beings, there's one faction that has that ideology. They're called the Sabbat. And they just want to murder everybody and be rulers of the planet. Something like that. The problem is that humans outnumber us like millions to one. At current, there's like 6 billion people on this planet. Humans.
Tell me, child, of these factions, does one yet survive of the Baba Yaga?
Like John Wick?
What is a John Wick?
I don't know. I don't know.
You'd probably do best to keep your sire's name in your mouth, Melita.
I'm sorry. I don't know. When we get to Berlin, there's many more in the Camarilla who can tell you. They know all their history, the history of Kindred. They know it all. I don't know it. I'm sorry.
You've provided us with much information. It is appreciated.
They
Sure.
know and do nothing. How productive.
And does everyone know about us?
No,
If
they don't.
these warriors are fighting and wiping whole cities away, what? How is this war in secret? Wouldn't there be questions?
No. There's something called propaganda and something called media, and most people like me, we're too tired and hungry, and we work too much to care about anything going on anywhere that's not our backyard. To survive in the modern world is hard. Probably was harder in your day too. I don't know. I'm sorry.
How could no one care? If
She's
it's as you
already
say, and
said
whole
it,
cities are being wiped away, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
She's already said it, Karak.
I can't.
The blood has grown thin. They're weak and tired.
Whole cities wiped away, and there are 13 generations.
As if the cities being wiped away were any easier when I marched my lads into the Holy Land for the Crusades.
Oh Jesus!
We
Laurel.
wiped cities away then,
And they fought.
did they?
Well, you met with resistance? Did the city
Not
turn
really.
heel and show you its belly?
I grabbed destiny by its throat. But that's neither
You
here
are
nor
not
there.
a warrior.
No. Karak. I am God's vengeance.
I'm not trying to cause a fight. I'm sorry. The cities I know that they attacked, just because I heard about it, was Vienna in Austria and London in England. I don't know of any others that were hit. If they were, it might have been away from Europe, so I don't know.
I remember Vienna.
I've never been.
Does it still stand?
Yes, it does. Where are you from? I can tell you if the city is still there.
Constantinople.
Oh, they don't call it that anymore. They call it Istanbul.
And who sits upon the throne?
Well, they don't have a throne. He's a president, and his name is Erdogan. Istanbul is the part of country of Turkey. The Ottoman Turks that took over Constantinople.
So they
When it
finally
fell?
did it.
Yep, that's a pretty famous one. Everybody learns about that one. It fell in the mid-15th century.
Dublin.
Dublin's still there. It's the capital of Ireland.
Are my people free?
Yes.
Does our king still sit the throne?
Ireland doesn't have a king. Well, that's not true. Northern Ireland does, because they're part of the UK. They have a king. Now, he's a king. They had a queen for a long time. But Southern Ireland is independent.
They're not one people.
Yes and no. More no than yes.
Look at that. Your people are divided. Serving a king that's not theirs. Do you feel it now? The vengeance of God?
The legacy of my people has always been suffering. Karak.
And you'll do nothing about it, I assume.
I have a destiny, and it ends with a witch's head.
Have you asked permission from your god about it?
Oh, permission. That's when we get to Berlin. Which, again, if my dream is what I think it is, I have to take you there.
Do you too see the glowing door?
Yes. Every one of people like me is different. We have different flaws. We have different abilities. Some of us are better than others. I would consider myself to be a worse variety. But when I dream, when I sleep during the day, I have dreams that are usually prophetic. It's why Tom and Henrik and everyone got me. They wanted me to force myself to have a dream about finding some elders. They're addicted to ash. It's this whole thing.
And these are the anarchs.
They're anarchs, yeah, but they're also thin blood anarchs, and they do their own type of magic, where basically it's like chemistry, where they like boil stuff down into like stuff, and they drink it. Like they'll take random things and boil it down.
Alchemy.
Yeah, and their blood, and they're addicted to something called ash, and you need the blood of elders for it. And I'm pretty sure they were gonna drain you guys anyway. I'm sorry.
Is that how they make your sorcerer's box?
My what?
Your phone?
You called it a phone.
No. Apple makes this phone.
A fruit?
How can a phone be made by a fruit?
It's a company. It's not important. We're here, and she
You
stops.
stupid.
She stops at this building that goes straight up into the sky. It's 6-story walk up. So if you're coming, you gotta walk up the stairs. There's a lot of walking here.
You
Nothing.
consider this a lot of walking?
I do. I'm from Berlin, so a lot more closer together.
The place with huts.
There are no huts. Not
They've
anymore.
Stacked them together.
It goes so high.
Yeah, but it's pretty sturdy. It won't fall down or anything.
It's like a hive of bees.
It's steel and concrete and brick. It won't fall down.
Look at that. Maybe if you go to the top, you could find your god.
Why, do you want to be touched by the hand of God, Karak?
Oh, I'd have some words with him, that's for damn sure.
Okay.
We're here to find the witch.
My son doesn't speak Greek yet, but also please don't swear around my son. I don't need his first word to be anything like
Malaka?
that. Well, definitely not that one.
After you.
She buzzes the door and a woman answers. And she says, Constancia, it's me. And she gets buzzed in. You hear this strange electronic buzzing sound. And then the door clicks. And she pushes it open. And you're realizing in this modern world, everything relies on this thing she calls electricity. The lights that are on the street as you walk, the streets are never dark. The illumination of her phone, everything in this world requires electricity to function. And she heads up the stairs. Even here in this hallway, in this Treppenhaus, everything is illuminated with lights on the walls. You walk up to 6 stories, and she unlocks the door with her key, and where she lives is extremely modest. It is a single room that looks like it hasn't been updated in a long time, or at the very least, everything in here looks like it's been here for a couple of decades. There's no bathroom in here. There is a shower in the kitchen area where you see where there's places to cook. There is a single bed in the corner and a small couch. And next to that is a sort of large, sort of square pen you might keep an animal in, but instead there is a human child in there. There's a woman in here that has a long blonde braid, and she's dressed pretty casually in again, this sort of sturdy blue material that you're not quite sure what it is, because none of you picked this sturdy blue material. And she says, Lily, who are these people? What are you doing? What is going on? And Lily, Elvira, you're the only one who's able to understand this conversation now, where Lily starts talking to Constancia, and she says, Connie, can you just wait outside the door just for a few minutes, please? And I need you to take Nathaniel with you back to your apartment, please. I'll be gone for a couple of days. And Constancia says, I don't know, Lily. I have class, and I don't know about this. And she says, please, I will pay you back. I'll make it up to you. I promise. This is really important. And I need Nathaniel not to be here, please. And eventually there's a back and forth, and Constancia eventually agrees, and she sort of gives all of you strange looks, this woman with the blonde hair. She grabs a bag, and she says, you have like 5 minutes before I'll be back and I'll take him. And Lily nods. And you watch this blonde woman walk out the door, and of course, Elvira, you're the only one privy to that. And Lily goes over to this boy in the pen, and he's reaching out for her. He's calling her mama, and she holds him and she hugs him. She sort of smells his hair and smells around his little cheeks. And she's talking to him again in German, and she's telling him how much she loves him and that she'll be back soon, and telling him to be a good boy.
Elvira is by the door, in case a threat were to come in. She wants to be the one to disarm it first, but she's listening keenly to everything being said in German. And strangely making sure not to look at the child, just averting her eyes from him.
Mm-hmm.
Lolita is definitely watching.
She puts him back down in his playpen, and she looks at all of you, and in Greek she says, I have to pack him a bag. to give to Constancia some of his things. Please, just don't hurt him, okay? Please.
Would you like some assistance?
No, just, sit down, relax. I just need to pack a bag.
Might I hold the lad?
Well, I really can't stop you, can I? But if you hurt my son, I will die trying to kill you.
I won't harm him.
How old is the child?
About 3.
Storytelling.
I would like Adonais to hold his hands out to this little boy like he used to his own sons. Just see if he'll take them or not.
I need you to roll me a resolve and your dots in true faith.
Oh boy. Yeah, Bio's just gonna lean down to Karak while this is going on. Just, these are slaves' quarters, and the Lord is unfit.
Everything is wrong. The words they use don't mean what they actually are.
Melita, are you watching Lily pack this bag for her son?
Melita is like her attention is split now because to her, children are still the true innocence of this world. So there's an aspect of her that still wants to protect children. So she's kind of just keeping an eye on what Adonais is doing with the child, but also like turning her attention every so often to check on the mother. Because I wanted to be very aware that Melita keyed in on the fact that she said she would die trying to protect this child, so there's already a plus mark there.
Perfect. What did you roll out, Anantha?
Critical success 6.
You can tell that the child is using awe.
Hello, little one. I'll pick him up. And I would like to force a premonition if I can.
Sure. That's a rouse check, resolve an aspect. Luna, you have something that also lets you determine whether someone's trying to use dominate or presence on you. Is that correct?
Yes.
You have tempered will. You may also roll me a wits and insight, and you add two dice to that.
Ah, there it is. What was the roll more again?
Either wits and insight or wits and a call, whichever's higher for you.
Oh, sick. Okay, but I rolled 4 with the hanging bestial.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not for that. You can tell if the child is using presence.
So I suppose her eyes are being drawn to him. And then she clocks that and then just actually turns to look at him.
Your premonition, are you attempting to see something in the past or something in the future?
I would like to see this child's destiny, if I may.
So, what you see of the child is you see a variety of things. You see them being a normal, happy child. You see them playing out in the sunshine. You see them attending what you assume to be a lecture or school of some kind. You see this ability of presence never leaves them. People seem drawn to them at all times and periods of their life. You see them doing something that you couldn't possibly describe or understand where you are. You see them walking down a very long white pillar and a bunch of snapping lights at them. You're not entirely sure what that is. They seem to be making a very serious face, and there's other people behind them doing that as well. And that is as far as I'll allow his destiny to be seen.
He'll smile. You're going to be great one day, lad.
And Lily pipes up from the other side of the room, and she says, I'm taking him to a pediatrician. He hasn't spoken. He's far past his time to speak. I don't know what's wrong with him.
He has our powers, Lily. You know that.
I hoped that was just in my head.
No.
He's not like me, if that's what you're wondering.
No. I wasn't wondering.
But his father was like me.
You said he died.
He did, but we made him before he died. Well, died again.
A child born of 2 Canaanites.
Near Canaanites.
We're not that.
Doesn't matter. What matters is your son is healthy and alive.
And I'd like to keep him that way. I am... And she guns over and she sort of moves you out of the way. I'm gonna walk... Constancia doesn't live far. She just lives in the next building over. I'm gonna walk her over with my son into her apartment, and then I will be back, and you'll just have to trust me. I don't want you to know where Constancia is. Okay? She's nothing to do with this. She's just a regular person, I promise.
It's
Your
fine.
child and your secrets are safe with me.
Thank you. I don't even know your names.
I am Melita.
Hi.
You can call me Vio.
That's why you all speak Greek.
I am Adonaiah, the hand of God.
That's a mouthful.
Elvira considers for a moment, wondering if it may be safer for her to not know her name, but everyone's already told her theirs, so she just shakes her head. This is just Elvira.
I am Karak.
Hi, Karak. I'm gonna take Nathaniel to Constancia's, and I will be right back. I will be back in less than 5 minutes, I promise. And you just have to believe me. I will leave you this, and she holds out her phone. You can use it. And she shows you a bar that's on the phone. Just type anything you want to know into this bar here, and it'll give you answers. Don't type vampire stuff in here. It won't give you the answers that you're looking for, and will make people very suspicious. Don't do that. But if you want to know like who invented or discovered electricity and stuff, you could type it in there. And this is like everything. Everything is on here. My whole identity and my money, everything is on this. So this is collateral that I will be back because I need this to survive.
So with this, we can guarantee your servitude.
Sure. Yep.
We'll
we're all
snatch
glued to our phones.
Karak will snatch it up.
Seems efficient yet dangerous. To
Dangerous.
keep everything in one box.
Welcome to 2025. Okay, I will be back. Constancia is probably about to blow a gasket. I gotta go. And she closes the door behind her. And as she leaves, Nathaniel looks at all of you very pointedly.
Yeah, Melita will just wave. with a little
And
tip.
Lily closes the door. And you have her phone.
This world is stupid.
What a strange
Immediately.
time.
Elvira gets in front of the closed door and crosses her arms again to make sure no one ambushes us. And just waits for however the stupid box works to start telling us information.
You speak the language now. You should apprehend all the knowledge you can.
She puts her hand out to be handed the phone.
If Vio didn't snatch it, Karak will hand it to Elvira.
Are there 6 billion people? That seems like an exaggeration.
And she'll, much like how, thinking about how my dad types, one letter at a time, will type in, I'm trying to think, how she would word these questions. How many people on Earth?
And yes, it comes up with a specific number, but a rough estimate is about 6 million people.
Is it possible for the box to lie? That's not possible. That's fucking stupid.
Do you ask the box if it can lie?
Yes, I will type in, can a phone lie?
And what comes up is a very long explanation of how that there can be some things called, misinformation on the internet. That some things can be not true, and gives you a list of recommended sources of true things.
This must be the propaganda that Lily talked about.
Some
Propaganda is
things
just a
never
fancy
change.
word for lying. Then this is useless to us. Then
Not necessarily.
Just because it's useless to you doesn't mean it's useless to someone else, Karak.
I think they can lie to you.
People
Go
can
on.
lie. If the entire world is connected through this thing, and information is passed so quickly and freely, and she'll kind of wave the phone, this is invaluable.
What does that say about the world, though, if they're connected through lies?
Who cares what it says? We're here to kill a witch.
I agree. That is
And
what we
we're
set out
here
to
now
do.
standing in slaves' quarters. And yet I see no witch, I scent no witch.
We just woke up, Croc. These things
She
take
knows
time.
where the witch is.
The glowing door. Does the phone know where the glowing door is? In
That
this city?
was my next question. And I will... Was it told that the witch is in Berlin? Was that said?
Yes.
I will type in...
Yeah,
But
we
she-
actually got a full name.
Yeah.
So you're gonna type the Witchakudam into the phone?
No,
No, we're looking for the glowing door.
no, I'm trying to see if I was told about Berlin and the witch's
You were?
location. I will type in glowing bill. No, that's too broad.
There's
Glowing
nothing
door,
that,
Berlin.
that you have learned from Lily yet, because you haven't because the questions that you're asking her are sort of turning Huddy into having to pretend to be Google.
Awesome. This is the best scene we've ever had in our lives.
I have been led centuries through the sea of time by the visions of wise women my entire life and unlife. We are where we need to be. It is not my fault you cannot find it in your heart to rest.
We've rested for 700 years.
Not by
Possibly
choice.
so.
That is not rest.
Vio. And I'll show Vio the screen. It looks like your establishments that you're familiar with are still active. Perhaps we could glean information this way.
It's good to know some things don't change. Although for their sake, I hope they have.
How do we know that she's not lying to us?
What reason has she to lie?
She's told us, you, and we'll point out Nath, the story of Adam and Eve in the garden. They weren't supposed to eat the fruit, right? This was made by an apple. Continuing on this thing, we are given all of human knowledge, all of the knowledge of this century, and we can't understand, we can't search for our kind, we can't look for the witch, we can't
We will go
seek
to them when
information
it's
on
time.
our creatures. It's time now. We have the fruit of knowledge. Why don't we take a fucking bite?
The tree is poisonous, Karak.
So she says. So she says.
It neither doesn't matter.
We had to hide
Yes.
ourselves before. It stands to reason that through time, some things were agreed upon. It makes logical sense. Especially with
Explain that to
humans.
me, because it doesn't make any sense to me that we have the entirety of the information, but we can't seek the answers that we need. What if she's just using us? What if she's leading us astray? She was leading
What
the
if it's-
charge against the people that wanted to consume us. What if this is her way of keeping us in line, making it seem like she's still useful? We now have the key. We
Have
now
you-
have all the knowledge we need.
I don't believe that we do, but perhaps there's someone that might. And I would like to grab the finger bone that I have.
Sure. The finger bone of the nameless ghost that you bound to this finger bone. You don't have any right. You can't hear her.
No, this isn't right.
You
What's-
with your latent oblivion, you can tell that she's still bound there, but you can't talk to her.
I used to be able to speak to ghosts, and now I can't. There's one that is trapped here, and she's gonna show the finger bone. I can't hear her.
And as Melita brings that up, all of you have been feeling this, but all of you are diminished in some way. You feel weaker. Everything you do requires more effort. Karak, you had trouble breaking in a door.
It would seem all of our abilities have been diminished in some way. Yet another reason why we should trust somebody familiar with the times, or at least use them until they're no longer useful.
And then we can eat them.
You hear Lily say, well, that wasn't part of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Did you eat your slaves back in your day?
You speak true. What really happens if we search for the knowledge of our kind on this device?
I already told you about them. These computers have been around as long as humans have. Vampires didn't get a leg up on it. Humans are watching us always. Everything you put in there gets monitored.
This masquerade you spoke of before?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't trust me, that's fine. May I have that phone back? I need to buy us train tickets.
Karak will eye Elvira. It seems very interesting that she immediately needs the device when he starts asking these questions.
Elvira will keep eye contact with Karak while handing the phone over, kind of silently stating that she knows how to use people, and she's part of using people is letting them think they're in control.
She opens up this app just to buy a train ticket here in Germany. She begins typing in 5 tickets or 6 tickets. She has a special card, so she gets a discount. She smiles at herself as you hear it goes ping, as a special Deutschland discount card. And she says, okay, so the train leaves in about 20 minutes. It's about a 2-hour train ride. The train goes like 160, 180 kilometers an hour.
How long is that, by the way the crow flies?
2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours.
Excellent.
It's the fastest way I can transfer unless we got on an airplane, which seems silly because it would just go up and then go back down. It's just right over there.
Let's not waste any more time.
Yep.
Am I permitted to carry my arms?
Oh no. But if anyone comes up to you and wants to just hide it, and if anyone wants to see it, do you have like abilities like some thick bloods do to like make people forget stuff or go away?
I've got that handled. Don't worry.
Okay.
I can also hide it if necessary.
I could also hide all of us.
Well, no, I
Why would
just
you?
bought the train tickets. I don't have to hide. It's fine.
I mean, why would you need it, Edanaeth? You have the whole armor of God on you, don't you?
I yet don't know, Karak, if when I die, my brothers in the heavens will descend to collect me, or if I will wait on the field for the Valkyries. I know what my weaknesses and uncertainties are, do you?
This sounds like train talk. And then she starts leaving.
Would Adanath like Elvira to hide his axe?
Sure, because we're certainly going to get talked to about it.
To you, Adanaeth, it appears that you have nothing on your person. If you touch your axe, if you grab it and move it around too much, it'll definitely become visible. But at the moment, as long as it's strapped to you somewhere, nobody can see it. You're on your way to the train station. Of course, everything is bright, and it gets brighter as you go up in here. And you enter sort of this giant domed building that is opened air. It sort of reminds you of an open air market back in Constantinople, but it's made out of metal, and brick, so not quite. And you, and you head in, and there's tons of people in here. It's maybe the noisiest place you've been to so far. There are massive metal tracks that are running everywhere, in and out and all around it. You see these giant metal, almost like giant worms that are running across the landscape here that go by so fast. It's almost a blink of an eye and they're gone. And Lily's just walking up in here like it's totally normal, totally okay. It's incredibly crowded here, Vio. If you want to feed, now's the time to do it. What is your predator type? It's alley cat, isn't it?
It's alley cat.
So,
well, Vio didn't have a predator type. Now we're looking for people who I find aesthetically pleasing.
If you'll make me a wits and streetwise, I'll let you know if you can feed. And Adonaith, I would like a resolve and aspects roll from you. No blood expenditure.
That is 1, 2, 3 successes.
Yes, you do find someone. It appears to be a person who is seems to really care about the way she looks, at least. You think maybe she's gotten something done to her face, changed it in shape in some way. She got her hair in a high ponytail and she's talking on one of those electric boxes. And she's smacking her mouth up and down a lot. You're not sure what exactly she's doing. Maybe she's eating something that's just taking a long time to chew.
I'm going to, nope, we're not going to make that joke. I'm going to take and bite into her neck and grab her phone so it doesn't fall. And I'm going to take my 1 hunger, so I'm now back down to 1.
You gonna try and take all of her blood?
No, because it's too crowded.
Adonaith, your roll, please.
7.
With 7 successes, as you walk into this train station, you hear a voice in your mind, a voice that you haven't heard in obviously about 800 or so years, or 700 or so years. And it is this, and I'm going to put it in the Discord.
Are you all awake when the pillars of iron across the world, like metal worms, when 5 rise as 1, you will stand before the door of music and light?
That's what you hear in your mind as you walk through, reaching across the ages as you walk into this train station. Lily seems completely confident being in here. She checks your tickets at a little scanner. She holds that phone. She holds it underneath the scanner, and which then lifts up a barrier that lets you go up into where the trains are. And she sort of waits on the platform here and sort of waits for you all to follow. Their train is already here. It's just open and standing. It's massive. You hear the sounds of electronics, noise coming out of it. There's a man walking back and forth blowing a whistle for some reason.
That's the one you should have fed on, Via.
So loud. And Vio's got the phone out and is looking at how a human could change their face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you come across some plastic surgery offices here in Germany. You come across something called Botox, which is basically rotten pork fat injected into the face. It's botulism.
And like
Small dosage.
Going through this bastardization of their craft and gets more and more angry.
Mm-hmm. Melita, do you use any obfuscate, or are you just keeping the mask up?
Right now, just keeping the mask up.
Okay, got it. Vio, you're completely engrossed in your phone, learning about plastic surgery and all the stuff that is wrong and how you could teach them better.
Body modification is the next step.
Yep.
And that's when we get from angry to, I could do it better.
Okay. And Lily just sort of waves you down. I got us a cabin, so it'll be really comfortable for the 2 hours, I figured.
Lead the way.
Sure. We're in car 12. She points at the car that's marked 12, the train car, and she walks in. The doors open automatically as she approaches it. Like magic.
Interesting. No follow.
This age is full of surprises.
Lots of humans on this train. They're just sitting there in their seats, they're talking to each other. Everything is extremely bright. Lily walks through and she leads you to a cabin that's completely encased in glass. She waves her hands in front of it, the doors part open. There's enough room for all of you to sit comfortably. And places for you to put bags, should you have them, up atop. After you.
Melita will go in.
Yeah, I'll file in.
Yep. Phone, sitting, doing the type, and getting a bunch of common phrases in German.
Mm-hmm.
Croc will go in after Lily.
As you all enter in, Lily hits a button on the side. She pay extra for this, and the glass becomes dark for privacy. If it's like this, no one will come in and try and bring you drinks or anything.
Is this more of your electricity magic?
Oh yeah, something like that. I'm not sure how that works. So, this train will take us to Berlin. I had a dream. I told you, I have these dreams. They're like prophecies, right? I had one about you all, kind of, where you were sleeping in the crypt. Those guys, in addition to my landlord who extorts me for money, they extort me for money too. And so that was my payment to them, was to lead them to you. But I've had other dreams. I had a dream that I followed a red line right to Berlin, to the doors of Berghain. I kept having that dream over and over again.
What is that?
It's a club. And when I got to the club, I got to the door. 3 eyes looked at me, and then I would wake up.
And when I was looking at your phone, I saw something called Berghain. It looked like a concrete box.
Well, that concrete box is the most famous techno club in the world. It's run by the Witch of Kudam. She owns it for all intents and purposes. She lives there. She controls her domain there. It's her domain. Mostly she controls people like me, Thin Bloods. She has us do her dirty work, but never me, though. I was never part of it.
A Tremere witch.
Yep.
Did you not say that we have to keep ourselves in secret, yet she owns a club?
She doesn't. There's real humans who own it. She just bones them, you know?
Oh.
I see.
No
longer.
A lot of surviving nowadays is like doing things through humans.
Oh. Like servant schools.
Yeah, kind of like hiding behind them.
Seeker, much information can be gleaned with a little bit of trust.
This is an era of cowardice.
Or perhaps they've simply become something different.
I would expect you to understand it, coward.
Most humans still have their uses. This seems a decent one, at least to me.
I'm not human. No, I'm not that either. Sorry.
I will have no more words about cowardice from you. Kurok, what have you done with your unlife? Hidden in the woods, hunted in the fields, looking for mice and rabbits to feast on. I led the charge on Searis. I rallied my brothers. I found all of you. I have sought this fight from the moment of my embrace. What have you done with yourself?
Yes, you've chased one fight your entire life, and look how successful you've been.
Oh, look, we're blending right into these modern times.
Perhaps it is less cowardice and more adaptability.
Okay, sorry. Speaking of adaptability, I understand there's some argument here that's like, centuries older than me. When we get to Berlin, you can't just march into Berghain. It doesn't work that way. You have to go see. You're going to be in someone else's domain. Honestly, if we stayed here in Nuremberg, you'd have to go see the Baron of the Anarchs. You're in his domain. But you have to go see the Prince of Berlin.
Prince?
Yes. I know you had princes in your time. I heard a thing or two. Like, Mithras was like thousands of years old or something. He's dead, by the way. That was a big deal when he died.
Then there is a hope for my people.
Curious who else are still around. And Melita had pulled her mask down,
Mhm.
her shawl down when she said she wasn't sure who she was.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, you look like Heidi, so,
Oh, there's
Nosferatu.
more. There's more of my kind around still. That's
Yeah,
good.
Heidi's Heidi.
I'd very much like to meet this Heidi.
Don't call her Heidi. Don't say I called her Heidi either. Adelheid. Her name's Adelheid.
Hmm.
I have a simple question.
I'm not done, but okay, you can ask your question. I feel like that doesn't matter.
You say we can't march into Bergane.
Nope.
Why?
Well,
If we have our mission and we have purpose.
Well, see, the way that it works is you're going into someone else's domain and you have to pay fealty of some kind. You have to let them know that you're here in their domain that they control. Because Berlin is sort of controlled by lots of different factions, I can only introduce you to one. They don't want to see me because of what happened and why I left. But I at least know someone who's friendly enough who won't outright kill me when we get there.
Who is the Prince of Berlin?
That's
Doubtful I will know them. But
That's like a really difficult question. He's a Banu Hakim, and he's sort of like a de facto prince.
Banu Hakim, what bloodline is this?
Hakim was one of your lineage, wasn't he? He was he was a friend to Samael.
Banu Hakim, you would know. Elvira just means child of Hakim in Arabic,
right,
and Hakim is your antediluvian.
right. So Elvira kind of does lose her head, raise an eyebrow, and says, "An Asamite, you mean?"
I don't know that word. It sounds like a slur. Sorry, I make jokes and laugh when I'm terrified to death.
You're already dead, child. Calm yourself.
Oh, I can be deader.
True.
As we told you, keep loyalty to us and no harm will come to you.
Yep. Anyway, when you go there, you have to play by the rules. I know it's really not fair because you're way older than everyone else, and you know what? They'll respect that. So if you just like walk up in there and tell them how old you are, I'm sure that they'll roll out the red carpet for you. Prince Kasim he's very, like, he's nice. He's very diplomatic. He's fine. I'm sure he'll have no issue with your mission, and something you even have to be truthful. You just don't go in there and cause a big ruckus like killing the Witch of Kudam and not tell anyone or not let them know that you're there. It will be worse, I promise.
It's no different than adhering to the customs of our time.
I won't swear fealty. But
I highly doubt he'll ask you to. He didn't even ask me to, and if it wasn't for Henrietta's involvement, I wouldn't have this.
maybe we need to teach them more.
Maybe. None of you are adventurer, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
I would just avoid Henrietta. She's kind of the worst.
Is she a Ventrue?
Yeah. She's the Ventrue Primogen. It's like leader of the clan in the city.
I'm familiar with the idea of primogeniture.
Yeah.
And who is your primogen for the Clan of Dragons? For us fiends?
Yeah, that would be Primogen von Boris. She's fine. Sabina is, just stay out of her way and she's fine.
And who deigns to lead my clan in Berlin, the Untamed?
That would be Irina. She's She's nice, fun. She's fun. I don't mind her. She, she's not like a typical gangrel. They have a name for them now. They call them Wolves of Wall Street. It's like a play on a book or a movie or something. It's fine.
Is this the domain for the gangrel? Wall Street?
No. It's like a wolf in a business suit.
Elvirik actually kind of smiles a little bit at that and says, "That's something I would like to see." Kind of looking at Croc.
My kind have forgotten their roots, then. They need a firm hand.
Oh, well, you'd be the one to give it to him. Of course, my kind doesn't have a primogen because we are, less than. The Nosferatu primogen, there isn't one. Unfortunately, there's not that many in the city. Heidi is a sheriff.
This Nosferatu is the law, essentially.
Yeah. So yeah, she's enforces the Masquerade, and she's got a couple of scourges who will take people out who mess up.
I would very much like to meet her.
Oh, sure you will. Scourges, mostly their job is to kill my kind.
What have your kind done to deserve such a fate?
Oh, it's just because of what we are, really. Because we are an embarrassment, I guess.
It's either embarrassment or envy which drives them.
Oh, in my case, it's definitely embarrassment. The primogen.
Why?
Well, Henrietta's the primogen, and she thinks she's older than she is, or maybe her sire lied to her about her generation or her vitae being so thick, because she's the one who embraced me, and I came out like this. And I'm not the only one.
They should be afraid of you. You can bear children. You can cry tears. You can have a beating heart.
I don't think that Henrietta cares about those things. I think I embarrass her because she's supposed to be able to make full-blooded childer, and she can't. And somehow that's my fault.
So all of them take their faults out on you.
Their vanity.
I mean, the Camarilla are worse at it than the Anarchs. If you want to be part of the Camarilla, they do this. They put this brand on you. It's magical. I can't remove it. And if I'm in a Camarilla domain, they can... Well, really, if I'm anywhere, any Tremere can sense it. And know that I belong to the Ivory Tower, no matter where I go, apparently.
You're bound to the Tremere?
No. Bound to the Ivory Tower.
But the Tremere worked this magic on you.
Yep, they captured me. They didn't stake me, thank God, because if you put a stake through my heart, I'd die. But they...
You should not tell us these things if you wish to survive. That goes for anybody you meet.
But what I'm assuming is that the Tremere are a part of the Camarilla.
They are both. They're part of all of it. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Banu
Not for long.
Your clan, Samitsi, are more Anarch than Camarilla, but there are some in the Camarilla. The Banu Hakim are mostly Camarilla. La Sombra mostly Camarilla. The Anarchs are mostly Gangrel and Bruja, Caitiff. But there's others. Malkavian split between them. Yeah. But anyway, the Tremere held me down. Bound me with chains of blood, and I couldn't move, and they branded me with hot iron pokers and covered it in their blood. I didn't have a choice, and it didn't really matter what I said.
So you too, it stands to reason, you too would like to see them fall.
I have no such ambitions about that. I just want to be there for my son. That's all.
You are now ours, and this slight will be dealt with.
I don't That's super nice.
No.
That's so nice. I don't need you to fight a battle for me or avenge me or anything. I'm fine.
It's not for you.
You wear a collar and you say it's fine.
If I get hurt, there's no one there for my son. So I'm fine. Is there any more questions that I can answer for you before we get there? These trains go by faster than you think. And she points up at the monitor, and you are almost into the city of Berlin.
You spoke of us as elders. Are there any more of us? Are we the last left?
Well, as far as I know, the Witch of Kudam is very old. I think she's a millennia old, if not more. That's the rumor anyway. And as far as I know, she's been active in and around Germany for as long as you guys have been asleep. So she never went to sleep or whatever. And there's one more, sort of a mysterious vampire. Kindred, Canite, whatever. I don't know anything about them, but I know that they live on an island outside of Berlin called Peacock Island. Or Baueninsel.
Theo stops. Just, they were busy looking at faces, trains, monitors on the phone, and just kind of stops.
I don't know if they're old or just mysterious, but nobody goes to Peacock Island. Everyone is afraid to go there because everyone says that there is a dragon on Peacock Island, and if you go there, the dragon will eat you. So we just don't go.
Show me. And Vio's going to hand over the phone and tap on the map that they haven't figured out how to function yet.
Sure. They'll pull it up for you. Anything else I can do for anyone before we get there?
I would like to be prepared if we are to meet this Camarilla, so I have questions about their founding, if that's okay with you.
Of course, yeah. It's getting early, so we're not going to go right to the Elysium. They'll be gone by the time we get there. I have a place, my old place. We can stay there.
Good.
I make no mistake, I intend to hunt this witch, whether your prince gives me access or not.
He's not my prince. He's the prince of Berlin.
I merely need to know what she looks like. Who am I hunting?
I've never really seen her up close. Only in the shadows, in the balcony above. Tall, slender, beautiful to gaze upon, I've heard. But I couldn't pick her out of a lineup.
Do you know who could?
Yes, I'm sure many in the Camarilla know her personally.
And her other Thin Bloods.
I have no ins in the Thin Bloods. Well, maybe one. They don't want anything to do with me. I'm branded. Therefore a liability. The Camarilla don't want me, or if they want me for stuff I don't want to be wanted for. The Thin Bloods don't want me either, and the Anarchs don't want me.
As I said, that doesn't really matter now. You're ours.
Oh, goody. So excited. As I said, I don't know that much about the history. They weren't rolling out the textbooks for me. I was a pawn to be used and discarded as required. But there are many people in the Elysium that I promise I'll figure out where it is and get you into it. I promise. And you can ask them there. If you recite your lineage to them, they blow their load over that, honestly. Sorry, that's cross.
Blow their load. I don't. It's okay.
It's fine. I shouldn't have said that anyway.
Lineage. That they don't even understand, yes.
We just have to remind them.
I doubt there's any of us left. I am of the sons of Saulot. We are called the Salubri. Those would have had their blood stolen by the usurper Tremere to sit upon their throne. We who healed the sick and waylaid the demons of this world.
So, Salubri for short.
Aye. Salubri for short.
There's definitely none of you in the Camarilla.
I doubt
Really?
there's many more of me at all.
You'd be surprised what survives. Anyway, welcome to Berlin. And as soon as she says that, the train pings for the Berlin Hauptbahnhof, the Berlin main station. And that is where we are going to end episode 2, When the Blood Wakes, for this evening. Thank you, everyone.